Who founded British Singapore? Have you ever wondered how a small island in Southeast Asia became a bustling hub of trade under British rule? The story of British Singapore is fascinating and involves key figures and events that shaped its foundation. The British East India Company played a major role in expanding British influence in Asia. This company saw Singapore as a strategic location for trade, which would later prove to be a game changer. The founding of British Singapore is primarily credited to Sir Thomas Stamford Raffles. He was a British statesman and colonial administrator who recognized the potential of Singapore. Raffles negotiated a treaty with the local rulers, which allowed the British to set up a trading post on the island. This treaty was signed on February 6, 1819, marking the official beginning of British Singapore. Raffles understood the strategic advantages of Singapore. Its natural harbor and location along the main trade route between India and China made it an ideal spot for trade. He envisioned Singapore as a key trading hub that would facilitate British commerce in the region. The treaty he secured with Sultan Hussein Shah of Johor granted the British East India Company the rights to establish this trading post. While Raffles is often seen as the founder of modern Singapore, he was not alone in this venture. William Farquhar, a British resident of Malacca, played an important role in the early days of the settlement. Before Raffles arrived, Farquhar had already been negotiating with local chiefs in the Riau archipelago. He was responsible for managing the daily operations of the new settlement once it was established. The establishment of British Singapore was part of a larger trend of British expansion in Asia during the 19th century. The British aimed to create strategic trade posts and colonies to strengthen their economic and political influence in the region. Singapore's founding reflects the competitive nature of European colonialism during this time, as various powers sought to secure their place in Asia. In the context of European history, the founding of British Singapore illustrates the economic motivations behind British colonial expansion. It shows how European powers, particularly Britain, aimed to dominate global trade and politics by securing key locations and resources. The story of British Singapore is not just about a trading post. It is about the rise and fall of empires and the lasting impact of colonialism in Southeast Asia.